Now, Sir Keir Starmer has confirmed he is currently considering a ban on smoking in pub gardens as well as other outdoor spaces.
But as many venues struggle to bounce back from COVID and cope with rising bills, could this ban be on the final blow?
Pub owner Miranda Richardson says the government is using the wrong tactics and we should keep outdoor smoking to save the hospitality industry. But former waiter and Big Brother contestant Simon Gross thinks that pubs can still thrive on just selling food and drink. We've got a selection of delicious drinks and pub snacks here to illustrate your point. Yeah, exactly. Why do you think this is the final straw, as it were, for the hospitality industry?
1 in 4 pubs are closing at the moment. They're struggling. They're finding it hard. We all adapted during COVID. We came up with great outdoor spaces to take people outside. Yeah. Some of the small wet-led venues, that is where their customers can spend additional time and space. And now we're going to say, no, you can't use that space. So those people that would come out and socialise and be with their friends, who, let's face it, with the smoking, that's an addiction. So they're going to go outside and have their cigarette with their drink and come back in and be with their friends. Now we're saying, no, you can't do that. So we're going to stop you from doing that. You can't smoke outside in that, you know, wonderful outdoor space that was created outside for you. I'm going to take that away. So a smaller pub will then end
Go on, Simon.
But you used the word adapt, Miranda. Yeah. We adapted through COVID, so we adapt to going for a drink or a meal to a pub, your pub, any pub.
Absolutely.
Have the meal. We don't go to a pub to smoke. We go to enjoy the drink. We go to enjoy the food. Why do we have to smoke? If you want to smoke, smoke at home or smoke in your car. Don't smoke in the garden, spreading all this horrible fumes around to kids walking in and out of entrances. We adapted through COVID. If this rule comes in, we can adapt again.
And do you know how we will adapt, Simon? We can keep being able to smoke outside. We adapt by trusting us...
By killing everybody else around us?
Responsible publicans to say, do you know what? Like, with my venues, you don't smoke in my doorways.
But people...
That's non-smoking.
But, Miranda, people do smoke in doorways. You're saying people smoke outside. They smoke in doorways. Families going into pubs that like families can go in. The kids are inhaling the fumes and it's destroying people's lives. Do you know how many people, 80,000 people, die of cancer a year because of smoking? The NHS, £20,000 on one person to help them through NHS to get better or they die. It's terrible.
A lot of this...
It needs to go.
The passive smoking. You know, you're not going to stop people smoking. End of. You're not going to stop people smoking.
You're not, but do it in their own home.
Well, you could.
What's the right tactic, then? Because you said initially you think it's the wrong tactic.
The right tactic is to allow us to be able to manage that space. So we can still create non-smoking spaces outside. We can still do that if we're allowed to do that, and that's part of what we do. And a lot of us do anyway.
But wouldn't you rather I spend... Do you know how much
What I will say is people don't open the doors to a pub. Don't open the doors to our pub and see entire plumes of smoke. I think that's what we need to get a bit of perspective.
You do. Can I just say, do you know how I'm gobsmacked? £15 for 20 cigarettes. That's what you spend.
Now, we did do a Twitter poll. We asked you if outdoor smoking areas should be kept... and you 72% said yes, apparently. Yeah. They should be kept.
Yeah,
so it's increasingly higher than we think.
Yeah, we'll maybe give her
have to manage
your manager on behalf of
Well, they're crazy.
OK.